Well, well, well. What do we have here? If not just a little tidbit of leftist misinformation. How many of you guys in chat are familiar with a demon by the name of Lauren Boebert? I assume many of you are aware of her. She is, of course, a smoking hot MILF, but also a fucking demon who is running as a Republican representative, and I think isn't she in like fucking like Kansas or like it's like Kansas or something, right? Kansas or like yeah, she's in like Kansas or Colorado. No, it's Colorado. Listen, Kansas and Colorado literally touch, all right? You can't really give me that much shit for confusing them, all right? Yeah. I think it's like 3rd district in Colorado or something like that. She's a representative as a Republican there. And she's a real demon. She's just a real piece of shit, right? She's a heavy proprietor of the whole like LGBT people are groomers that are trying to molest your children as drag queens or whatever. She was a big proprietor of the anti-critical race theory thing, trying to ban it, literally any media in schools that taught actual American history, because American history isn't all that clean. And, Republicans hate the idea of not whitewashing it for American youth. With all that said, though, she truly is a massive piece of shit. She really, really is. An absolute fucking demon. I do not want that fact to go over any of your heads, and I do not want to seem like I'm denying that fact, that true reality. She is a literal demon. However, while she may be an actual demon, I do think it is still, wow, holy crap, this is important. Is this important? Thank you so much for the $86 super chat. That is very kind of you. Thank you. There's a little bit of money on the left. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. In fact, there is. You're just absolutely flexing on everybody here today. Anyway, Lauren Boebert truly is a massive piece of shit. Subhuman even. However, that does not mean I think it is politically effective or frankly even morally permissible to spread broad misinformation about said figure. Not just because of sort of a moral principled position of like, these people are bad enough that we don't need to lie about them and what they're doing to like make them look bad. Just spread around what they've actually done enough to enough people and they'll realize, holy fuck, that's what these people are. Instead, though, it seems that somebody thought it would be funny to spread a little bit of leftist misinformation. And when that happens, it kind of makes all of us look bad. You may have seen on Twitter the last couple days this story. Did Lauren Boebert shoot and kill her neighbor's dog? The rumors stemmed from a since-deleted Facebook post. Claim, Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert shot and killed her neighbor's dog. Rating, false. In October 2022, a widely shared Facebook post accused Republican Representative Lauren Boebert of shooting and killing a neighbor's dog in Garfield County, Colorado, a previous month. The post, which was deleted after it gained attention from media outlets, including Snopes, claimed that Boebert shot and killed the dog, a husky named Omega, on August 17th after it supposedly attacked the Congresswoman's goats. It was true that a dog was fatally shot around Boebert's property, according to her office in the Garfield County Sheriff's Office. However, according to both groups, it was a different neighbor, not Boebert, who shot the dog. The sheriff's office emailed us this statement. In reference to the August 17th, 2022 shooting of a dog at or near the Boebert residence in Silt, Colorado, a summons was issued for the shooting, not to Representative Lauren Boebert, as she was not the shooter. That case was turned over to the district attorney's office for further examination and determination of final charges. We do not know the disposition of that case, which of course the police department may not necessarily know what the courts are doing with a certain case, right? The Daily Mail reportedly spoke to the person who claimed responsibility for the dog's death, Brady Hogan. He corroborated Boebert's account that he shot the dog on her property after it attacked goats and other animals. We attempted to reach Hogan ourselves to independently verify his experience, and we'll update this story when or if we hear from him. We also attempted to reach the person who authored the viral Facebook post, Yaritza Mendoza, and we are waiting for a response. After the post gained attention, Mendoza reportedly told the Daily Mail that she was now unsure of her original story. Yeah? Given that local law enforcement officers concluded that Boebert did not shoot and kill the dog and another individual took responsibility for it, we rate this claim as false. So, as you can see, this was an instance of leftist misinformation, and I'm sad to say I fell for it. The post in question was very convincing, very well written. It really did feel like an angry neighbor who's known Lauren Boebert for a long time, been in her neighborhood, been in her community, and had their fucking dog shot by her. The story is very in detail, very confusing, or not confusing, very convincing, and quite compelling. And yeah, apparently not true. As you can see, not always. Sometimes you can fall into this tendency where you become so used to being proven right, so used to your political opponents lying and doing the most monstrous things, defending the most monstrous actions, most monstrous regimes and political ideologies and moral philosophies, that when you hear when you constantly hear something like blank person did a bad thing, you stop intaking that information critically, and instead you start thinking, oh, of course, that's perfectly on brand. If you start thinking uncritically of accusations like that, and your response is, yep, that's on brand, and you do no extra research or look into it beyond that, then yeah, you're not doing a good job at being a political activist. And I fell for this when I first saw it. I thought it was real, but I'm glad that I continued to look into this story and came to find out it was fucking false, because I have no doubt that many of you in chat also probably thought it was real. Now, I'm not trying to make any claims about how the left spreads as much or more or anything like that misinformation as the right. The right will always be king, top of the fucking mountain. Like, the right is literally top of Mount Olympus when it comes to lying and making things up to serve a political agenda, but the left and people on the left are not precluded from doing so. Which is why I think it's important that when something like this happens, we call it out. I don't think we should let the left look like the type of political space or the type of political movement that's okay with slandering false accusations against people they don't like. That reputation has already become very strong with cancel culture and Me Too. I'm sorry, but the vast majority of people in our society, I'm pretty sure, kind of get a little bit scared when they hear Me Too or when they hear cancel culture. These have become boogeymen in our society. A lot of dudes think they're literally one night stand with a girl who feels regret the next day because she decides the guy wasn't hot enough for her standards. This is genuinely the way these guys think. From claiming she was raped and ruining his life. A lot of guys out there genuinely live their lives believing they're one woman lying about them away from their life being ruined beyond any possible recovery. And they think that it's likely. They think that there's a motivation to do so, a strong one. I hadn't heard this one, but a few years back, I heard she threatened to sick her big dogs on someone's small dogs and was basically a bully about the whole thing. You might want to look into that story, my friend, before you run with it, judging off of this story. Listen, guys, what I'm telling you is that it's very easy to fall into this, turn your brain off and just consume the information that supposedly affirms all of your beliefs mindset, right? It's very easy to fall into it, right? The right, conservatives, the chuds, they are very much prone to falling into that mindset, just turning off their brains and just consuming whatever propaganda they have handed to them, right? I like to encourage people actually keep their brains on when they watch my content and talk about it, fact check me. But if I'm right, you guys can't disagree. It's illegal to disagree if I'm correct. Sorry. But if I'm wrong, I want you guys to correct me and tell me why I'm wrong and give evidence as to why I'm wrong. I like that kind of thing. They do not welcome that in conservative communities. They do not welcome corrections of misinformation that they spread in their communities. You would not see a conservative figure making a video debunking some right-wing misinformation about a left-wing figure like I am right now, because they don't actually have any credibility or morals. I actually care about the truth and what's right, unlike Lauren Boebert or the rest of the conservatives, and that's why I'm going to come out and say I condemn the lies that were spread about this woman, about her killing a neighbor's dog. That's fucked up. Don't lie about people that have already done horrific things worthy enough of criticism. Spread the actual bad things she's done around, and that will get the job done. You don't need to lie. Lauren Boebert is an objectively bad person. You don't need to lie. Just spread around what she's actually done. Anyway, that's more or less all I wanted to say. If you like this video and you want to support my channel and want to support my videos in general, then consider leaving a like. It really helps the channel out a lot, and it's completely free, and it basically forces YouTube to push my content to more people in the algorithm. And of course, if you want to see more from me on YouTube and you want YouTube to tell you when I go live or I upload a new video, you can subscribe or donate or you can subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube does do all those things, or follow my social medias linked down below so you can see everything I do on the rest of the internet. And of course, if you want to see more from me and you want to support my content, you've got the money for it. You can support me financially by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, as I am saving up right now to move up to Seattle and rent a house with a backyard and everything and get into all sorts of really cool content. One of them will also be forging metal and ring making. I know it sounds crazy, but I've done it before, and it's a hobby that I did with my uncle when we had a yard at his house, and I'm just excited to have a yard. I'm so excited to have a fucking yard. I haven't had a yard in a long time, and when I have access to a nice fenced-in yard, I do some cool shit. I like doing cool projects, and you guys are going to be a part of it, okay? So if you want to support that, then consider donating, subscribing, gifting a sub on the website. I might forge and cast some rings. Forging rings, Sauron confirmed, true. I might cast some rings and maybe give them out to fans. Who knows? That could be cool. Like, do a giveaway for them. 9 of them. 9 rings for mortal men doomed to die, yeah. 7 rings for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone. And, of course, 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, yeah. And 1 ring for the Dark Lord on his dark throne in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. You know, got to keep that part in mind too. Anyway, with all that said, if you want to support that content, if you want to, you can donate, subscribe, gift a sub to my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or through Patreon. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.